Hi there, welcome back to Aidans Railways. Today we're going to have a look at the Bachmann Skarloey narrow gauge model locomotive. So this is the packaging for the Skarloey narrow gauge locomotive by Bachmann. On the packaging there you can see it clearly states 14 plus. It's an incredibly small model. It might not look like it on the screen, but we'll do a little bit of a comparison as we go on in the video. But this is the packaging. It's very nice. It's got these CGI faces here on the locomotives at the bottom here. And you can see on the front there it says HO narrow gauge runs on N track. So it's HO00. It'll run on N scale or 009 track quite happily, depending on what you've got access to. It also states electrically operated product for use on N scale trackway. It can be used on N scale, it can be used on 009. They're exactly the same size, it's just the scale of the sleepers and things that are different. If we take a look at the rear of the packaging here, you can see that you've got Skarloey there on the left. You've also got Rheneas, something else we've got, and we'll do a video on that. I also believe Rusty is available now, and Peter Sam is on the way. We've got some narrow gauge slate wagons at the bottom, some box vans, and we've also got an open wagon there at the top. They are quite pricey. The rolling stock for the Thomas series, in my opinion, is probably better off getting a hold of the Pico products. They're quite good, or even the kits. Parkside Dundas kits did a video last year, I believe. I'll put a link up on the side of the screen now, where I built some rolling stock for Katie for use with these models. So let's take a look inside the box itself. So inside we have got, now this is an American import, so we've got a warranty card, and we have got a blown up drawing of all of the parts and components. And for something so small, there are a huge amount of parts and components. And over here, it's pretty much all in French on that side. And this is just basically about the warranty of the actual model itself. The packaging is a two-piece vacuum formed transparent plastic. It does the job, it's there, it keeps it safe inside the packaging. Now let's take a closer look. So you can actually see by the size of my thumbs just exactly how small this thing is. I mean, in fact, there we go, on my hand, it's not even the length of my index finger. So let's take a look at the front then. So we've got Skarloey looking so very happy with a lovely glossy chimney, and we've got some lovely buffers there, and a really good imitation coupling hook there for something so small. That is absolutely tiny. And we've got the couplings here, standard for the narrow gauge. Now this face here can be removed, and there is a skill to it. I haven't tried to do it myself because I intend to keep that one on there. And I'm going to put a picture in the corner, and I'll put a link in the description. There are a number of different people, you can even do it on Shapeways, who are actually producing smoke box doors. So if you wanted to get one of these and you didn't want to keep it as a Thomas and Friends and just have it as a actual narrow gauge locomotive, it's quite a simple conversion. You can go a lot further. Some people have and fitted all sorts like air pumps and things like that, but it is possible to remove that face and put a smoke box door on. So if we move up to the side here, you can see really glossy finish. You can see the top of the cap there where the water would go into the saddle tank. The lining is really sharp, whether or not it picks up so well on here, but it is in a silver. Although they look spoked, they are solid wheels. They are incredibly small. Not as small, well, I don't know. They may be as small as the driving wheels, say, on an A3 Pacific in N gauge. Sort of similar size, but they are solid wheel, although they've got the look of having spokes. Moving over to the top here, you can see where the coal loads are. Safety valves and whistles. Or in this case, it looks just to be a whistle more than anything else. But yeah, you can see there You can see into that chimney as well. Let's move on to the rear, and we can see some imitation lamp irons. We've got Skarloey's number of 1 there, which is also on the side of the coal tanks. We've got a rear light, which is just imitation, and we've got some spectacles at the top with some nice gold lining. Looking inside, it's absolutely bare. There's no controls at all, not a thing, nothing. But to be fair, if you actually put a standing driver inside the side of one of these, your focus is going to be taken off the interior altogether. I would imagine there will be someone on Shapeways who has 3D printed an interior just to stick on there, but for me, I'm quite happy the way it is. Katie's definitely happy the way it is, and so is Aidan. And we're just going to put a driver in there, possibly a fireman as well. Just have 2 standing figures stood in there, and you won't really be able to see inside at all. Moving underneath, and you can see there, Bachmann, made in China. This is a 2015 model, and you can see the driving wheels there, and we've got a freewheeling rear pony truck, which doesn't, it'll slide from side to side, but it doesn't actually move in the way a pony truck would normally. We've got all our screws here for gaining access to the insides. Not something I have done, not something I intend to do. It is not DCC ready, as far as I'm aware. They are not DCC ready, but I do know that some people have actually managed to DCC these. I think we're going to leave this analog, where I don't think we've got any intention of doing anything like that. There are plenty of modules available out there for running 009 narrow gauge layouts without actually having the DCC, where you can have them stopping and starting and basically changing which loco is driving. So we're going to stick to analog on these. It's a lovely little loco, and I'm going to get some moving shots. To give you an idea of size, that is a Hornby 4-wheel coach, and if I put it back to back right here, you can just see the complete size difference. So if you were running a Thomas layout, this is the same size as a Hornby Annie and Clarabelle, and it gives you the idea of just how much smaller it is to the standard gauge locomotives. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, click on the round button. If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch some more, there's another video at the top of the screen and there's a playlist at the bottom. See you again soon.